Great stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. And some stats to kind of back up the Spurs playing that up-tempo style. They led the league last year. Miles per game played. That tells you there's tremendous ball movement and, more importantly, body movement.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Clarkson. Rebound, San Antonio.
Between the paint and the three-point line, and boy, have they been rock solid.
Hibbert dishes to Young.
A lot of faith that his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here at the half. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, they got more than a few problems to work out, but it all starts with their defense. I know the analytical people love to point out opponent field goal percentage, and tonight has been a big problem. They haven't defended with any purpose. They need a whole lot more activity on defense.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Randall, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else. The officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in a more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
Kobe, the pass to Hibbert. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Russell kicks for Randall, and he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger.
They can't go Spacing.
Spurs leading by 11. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way, and he trims the lead to single digits. Russell's got 6.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Leonard attacking through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs. Young's checked in for Los Angeles.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal, Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Leonard. Here's Mills, 11 points in the game. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
It's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Lakers trail by 13. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
Here's Young, and it's sent back by Aldridge. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Lakers ball.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Pass comes in for Randall, and it's Williams in for Jordan Clarkson.
Lou Williams.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. 6 to shoot. Williams' shot is off. San Antonio leading by 13. The 10-footer. Got a piece of it. Russell dishes to Hibbert. The rebound by the Spurs. Duncan's got his 4th rebound in this one. They get a hand on it. Ginobili. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Ginobili's got 5 points so far. Lakers trail by 16. Young passes to Bass. Outside, Russell. Hibbert with the screen. Williams attacking. Williams missing again.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
Lakers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. On the wing, Williams. Gets an open look and hits. Williams has got 6. San Antonio leading by 14. Here's Aldridge, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And for the Lakers, without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play, quality. No single person. Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Morris Diaz checked in for Duncan. West comes in for Daniel Green. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
And he gets it to go.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off West.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big hit for them was landing the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
San Antonio making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the third. 17-foot shot on the way. And another basket for San Antonio.
Well, it looks to me like Leonard is really feeling it out there. Kawhi Leonard.
Van Williams. There's left to play in the third. And here's Bryant. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for.
And now, your Spurs.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Williams with the steal. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Lewis Williams out there with Jordan Clarkson.
2 points.
And it's Sacre in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. On defense, the Spurs. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. There's the screen. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Leonard. Again, the miss by Williams.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Kobe goes in, sinks the 15-footer. Bryant's got 20.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Green kicks to Leonard. Takes a shot at the elbow. That's good. And the Spurs lead by 21.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open. Man, yeah, that's a tough ball right there. It's really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
The Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Hibbert's checked in. Hibbert with a screen on Green. It's Williams with the drive. And again, no good by the Lakers. San Antonio leading by 21. Parker left side. From 12 feet out. Can't hit. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Williams, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas. And he drained those.
From the dunk by Duncan.
That's leadership. Really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit. I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He was intent on running the offense through Kobe. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
All right, Doris.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
That drops.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Aldridge kicks to Diaw. Here's Green. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Tim Duncan. That's his second personal foul.
He throw good, Roy Hibbert.
Big guys looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. A true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Boris Diaw. They get it back. Hibbert. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Wasted no time on that one. 33 points for Leonard.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
All alone. And it's San Antonio with another.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Kobe can't hit.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Shots good. 37 points for Kawhi Leonard.
sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27, had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diallo comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Jimmer Fredette, he's checked in for Green. Dennis Mills in for Parker. Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
Looks that way, Steve. And Clark, what an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA, to push the pace and to apply pressure from an offensive standpoint. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch.
It sure is. It sure is.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Kawhi Leonard. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Well, we knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs brought epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs were sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose one game, and they're all the way back to 6th.
There's 38 seconds left in the 4th. To the paint, it's stolen by Bass. The drive by Russell. The pass to Bass. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
And Young kicks to Russell. Back to Young. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better.
David, obviously.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation. Kawhi Leonard, he just put it completely out of reach in the 4th quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is right up there with the best.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just